Unprocessed emotions don't disappear, they accrue. When something emotionally significant happens, and our system doesn't get to finish processing it, that charge doesn't disappear. It gets stored in our bodies. Every unprocessed emotion becomes a line of credit that our nervous system is quietly paying interest on. Here's the mechanics of it. Back in our earliest days, our nervous system had one job: keep us alive. When a threat appeared, our body mobilized energy to respond. The threat passed, the energy completed its cycle, the system returned to baseline, and the event got filed as finished. But the world changed. We evolved, and our nervous system never got the update. The equivalent of a tiger approaching might have been getting made fun of on the playground, or a moment so overwhelming we gave our body an instruction without even knowing it. I don't want to feel that way again. The authority figures in our lives often encouraged us to shut those feelings down instead of fully expressing them. Crying was met with, "You're fine." Grief was met with, "Be strong." Anger wasn't allowed. Our body was still mobilizing energy for a response, but now it wasn't being fully processed, so it got stored as incomplete. Not as a memory we can think about, as a state we keep reliving. This happened once, then again, then hundreds of times across the course of our lives. All of those incomplete experiences became the operating rules our nervous system now lives by. Don't feel that, don't try that, don't be too much. Our nervous system is now running a move away from program. Move away from pain and fear. Move away from anything that resembles what it couldn't finish processing. The problem is, everything we actually want lives in the direction it's moving away from. More income, more impact, more peace, love, and freedom. Our nervous system has decided that getting there costs too much. That is our emotional debt. And what happens to debt when it goes unaddressed? It compounds. Life feels like we're just staying one payment ahead, so the body builds avoidance strategies to service that debt. Numbing, performing, waiting to feel ready. Minimum payments that keep the interest from surfacing, but never touch the principal. Right when things start moving, right when growth is happening, we pull back. Procrastination and perfectionism aren't character flaws. They are the nervous system doing its job, keeping us inside the boundary. We call that resistance. Here's what changes everything. Not excavating every wound, not reliving every moment, but rather a shift in perspective on the resistance itself. Our brain's number one job is prediction, so it scans every past experience, looking for anything similar. And if it finds a match, before we have a conscious thought about it, our body has already responded. The automatic script runs. Then our mind tries to explain it. I'm just not that type of person. I must not be enough. And we take the same actions, get the same results, and our life stays exactly where it is. One way to interrupt that cycle is to be present enough to catch the signal before the script runs. And that starts with one thing: the pause. The pause creates space between the trigger and the response. And within that space, we have access to something we simply don't have access to when we are contracted and in fear: choice. In that space, we can insert our adult self and get curious. Curious about what new meaning could be assigned, about what lessons we could take from our past experiences, about what possibilities exist, and what new actions we can take. That curiosity is perspective, and perspective is where everything shifts.